You want me to put that on my Tudor?
Appearances are hugely important to the narcissist. Of course, the form of appearance varies dependent upon the type of narcissist by virtue of cadre, but also school. For instance, you will easily recognise those narcissists who are overly glamorous, dressed up to the nines, often wearing a lot of bling, hair perfectly coiffured, wearing makeup, possibly even including men that might apply some kind of makeup, tight and revealing clothing, showing off a perfectly honed body and enhanced cleavage, twitching pectoral muscles, tight jeans showing off an arse so tight it would bounce off the walls, expensive jewellery, expensive shoes, expensive belt, expensive accessories by way of handbag, hat, and so forth. All of it screams, "Look at me." Hours under the knife, hours in the bathroom, hours staring in the mirror, adjusting the hair, shaping the eyebrows, having the nails done, the pedicure, the manicure, the facials, etc., all done for the purposes of looking perfect, beautiful, handsome, desirable. Some narcissists do not look physically impressive or physically attractive, yet are deluded and think that they are. A certain narcissist of a somatic variety may stand there with beer belly poking out from underneath ill-fitting clothing, balding pate on display, crooked teeth, and still think that he's Mr. Lover Man, chasing the younger ladies around the bars. He's deluded, and he thinks his appearance isn't a problem. A squirt of that decades-old cologne and he's good to go. In other instances, some narcissists are less concerned about a physical appearance, but rather an air that they generate, an air of gravitas, an air of importance. For instance, that cultured air of somebody that is highbrow, the wearing of spectacles, certain affectations, the way that they dress, which conveys superior status, superior breeding, superior intellect. Accordingly, the appearance of a narcissist is hugely important because that appearance, of course, is the first thing that a potential victim will see. And it will cause that victim to react. And a reaction, of course, is what a narcissist is always after, because that reaction provides fuel, but it also signals whether that victim is being brought under control or is fighting that control. An appearance, an image, catapulted into the world, can be used to triangulate people, draw them in, make it easier to ensnare them. And therefore appearances are very important indeed to the narcissist. As we know with Harry's wife, she engages in spending a lot of money upon Botox. It's evident that she's had work done on her teeth, wearing veneers, that she's had some work done on her nose. The suggestions that she once had her breasts enhanced and then had them reduced again. There may be other work that she's had done. She spends tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars on jewellery and clothing, much of which doesn't really suit her, but nevertheless it's important for her how she looks. Of course, wanting to look good isn't just the preserve of narcissists, but narcissists invariably take it to extremes and, of course, utilise appearance and looks in a different way to that of non-narcissists. Non-narcissists want to look good because it bolsters their self-esteem. They also will want to attract people to them, but not in order to control them and not to draw fuel from them or character traits or residual benefits in the way that a narcissist does. For Harry's wife, how she looks is important because her narcissism tells her that she is a fashion icon. And yet, disasters such as Kermit Goes to Church, one of our Jawas is missing, Teacup by Royal Doulton, Tent by Army Surplus, Fridge by Valentino, Gem and Mauder's New York, The Bouncing Berry of Harlem, Pooh Emoji Hat, all tend to suggest that she is not the fashion icon that she believes that she is. Appearing as overripe burst tomato lady will never do her any favours. Not only that, she faces the problem that the nemesis is invariably lauded for appearing in a stylish manner, for appearing in clothing which doesn't cost the earth and yet makes her look even better than Harry's wife. Thus Harry's wife faces a double problem. Her narcissism dictates, because of her cadre as a somatic narcissist, that she portrays herself in a particular way to make herself a fashion icon and attractive. Basically, all men want to knock her hip out and all women want to be like her. Hence the repeated protestations from "Hello!" that you can get a dress similar to or just like that of Harry's wife, or "Here's where to shop her handbag," and "Here's where you can find some ill-fitting shoes." When, of course, and she will, see the way that Catherine, Princess of Wales, dresses and the praise that comes with it, this will have the Duchess of Overseas wailing and gnashing her teeth because she wants to be like Catherine. She wants to be as stylish as her. She wants to receive the compliments as she does. But they are beyond her, because repeatedly she faces criticism about the way that she dresses. And of course, the provision of an article that leads with "This is what a queen looks like" is not going to enable Harry's wife to feel any better anytime soon. Liz Jones writes, "Please, Kate, I was pleading as she arrived on a blustery, dull afternoon for the Commonwealth Day service. Please, no nipped-in at the waistcoat dress with no room for your kidneys, no coat dress, no polka dots, no exposed knees, nothing recycled, no head-to-toe gold, nothing French, as the British fashion industry needs your gold dust to survive, and please, God, no high street." Notice here that the Princess of Wales also faces a degree of criticism with regard to what she's wearing. In the 6 months since becoming the Princess of Wales, it is certainly true that Catherine has upped the ante. There is a new gravitas to the way she dresses, which has nothing to do with a rivalry with Harry's wife. Dear God, all you must do to win that battle is to own an iron and a mirror. Ooh, scathing words indeed there for the Duchess of Overseas. In order to dress better than Harry's wife, all you need to do is look in the mirror and wield an iron, which makes references, of course, to how crumpled she often appears. A dismissive comment which would have Harry's wife seething if she was to read it. No, Kate knows she is one step closer to being Queen Consort, is now so much more high profile, that she's all about diplomatic dressing. The symbolism in her choice of jewellery speaks volumes about heritage, power and recompense. Her fashion is these days about vintage. Her 1995 Chanel boucle jacket was a stroke of genius, sustainability and impeccable tailoring. Oh, how Harry's wife would wish that she was written about in such terms. She can still be edgy, her love of chunky Laura Lombardi jewellery. She can still be fun, viz the opera gloves worn for the BAFTAs. But everything is getting serious now. There is so much weight of expectation on her narrow shoulders that in order to cope, she's channeling not just Diana, but the late Queen herself. Now, of course, Catherine doesn't do this by way of character trait acquisition, because she's not a narcissist, but the fact that she is able to conjure up, if you will, the spirit of Diana and Queen Elizabeth is high praise indeed, and also something else that would have Harry's wife screaming for Harry to come in so that she can throw some stuff at him. In years past, on this very occasion, Kate had looked somewhat dowdy and safe. Too many checks, too many slurries, exposed knees, military buttons. She knew she wasn't the star. That role was, of course, taken by the Queen, exhibits the emotional empathy of Catherine and the fact that she doesn't need to be centre stage. But today, she knew she was the one woman everyone is craning their necks to see. We first saw down-to-business Kate at Prince Philip's funeral. In black Roland Mouret, she was impeccable. She knew she had to bear the brunt of the nation's tears when the Queen could not. She did not put a foot wrong. It was a wow moment, and we need a few more of those. So on Monday afternoon did she deliver, for an occasion celebrating an institution that has of late taken a bit of a battering, not just from the likes of Harry's wife. This might not be the coronation, but in global terms the ceremony on Monday matters. Princess Anne was in sludge. Sophie, for her first airing as a Duchess, was pulling out all the stops in cream. Camilla was in royal blue, the colour Kate chose last year, but the outfit was a tad too plain, like something she dug up in the boot room. No, This is second fiddle dressing, not how a queen should dress up. And Kate, hooray! No dreaded coat dress, but instead a peplum, a pattern, inky, sexy, classy, navy. A saucer hat that threatened to take off in the wind. No reed-thin silhouette, but a kick like one of the Queen's beloved ponies. No blasted coat dress, but a jaunty two-piece with flare and flounce, and a contrast cream lining, people. The whole ensemble is by Erdem, the Canadian-born designer who has made London his home, and whom Kate adores for his love of prints, florals, colour. Jacket £2,000, skirt £1,000, put together bloody priceless. The exact correct grown-up length, which is mid-calf, she seems covered in tiny birds, but the pattern is in fact floral. The detailing on the back is exquisite. Kate knows that so many people will see just her from behind. It's all very 30s and not a polka dot in sight. The brooch, oh my days, I have a lump in my throat. It is the Prince of Wales feathers, the diamond and emeralds, once worn by Diana as a necklace, now refashioned. The sapphire and diamond earrings that also once belonged to Diana. I imagine Willie felt he was being hugged. A closed shoe, as toe cleavage is not allowed in Westminster Abbey. A chignon, as loose hair is disrespectful. She's carrying her gloves. She knows the late Queen always wore gloves, rings beneath, bracelets over. But being more modern, Kate knows her people want skin. This is a queen. But on steroids, this is Kate using fashion, as Diana used fashion, to cheer us up. This is what we need now, confidence. Kate finally has an hourglass shape, both relaxed but infinitely formal. I am literally, completely and utterly in awe, and hopelessly in love, writes Liz Jones. High praise indeed. But let us pause for a moment. What is that noise that you can hear? Yes, an explosion of fury over there in Monty Shitshow as a consequence of the fact that this is high praise for somebody that Harry's wife is desperate to be. And, as a consequence of writing in such terms, should this information come before Harry's wife, it will infuriate her, because she wants to be Catherine. She wants the admiration that Catherine receives, the style, the finesse, all of those things. But she is unable to recreate it. And such high praise about the nemesis with regard to the way that she dresses, but also to suggest that this is how a queen should dress, will cause such challenge to Harry's wife by way of wounding her, because it's not about her, apart from a couple of the remarks where her own fashion choices were basically criticised. The high praise indeed for Kate, not being about Harry's wife, will wound her. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.